What's going on, family? How's everybody doing out there? Hey, I want to welcome all of you that are tuned in watching 24-hour ball segment of Creators Juice. Appreciate you all being here and appreciate you joining on this segment of Creators Juice. We have an excellent, great show for you today. And I'm excited about this show today. And hopefully, we get plenty of people watching. I want to say welcome to you, sir, Mr. Just Teach and Michael Flemings. Appreciate you all joining and tuning in. And all of you who are joining and tuning in, I want to say thank you all for joining and watching. Hey, if you're watching this, wherever you're watching, I want you to like the video, share it. If you're not a subscriber, if you're not a follower, go ahead and follow. Uh, Go ahead and follow on YouTube or subscribe on YouTube and follow on Facebook. And that little intro video that was something that I had been working on, so I'm gonna try to critique it and try to try to get it try to get it even better. But I hope you enjoyed that. But that right there, and I have a little story to share here in a moment. But I have been working on that and just trying to get things together and all of that. But hey, anyway, I want to say welcome to all of you that are here. What's going on, Miss Fanny? Appreciate you being here. And like I said, we have a great show lined up for you all today. And I don't want to bore your patience, but we're going to go ahead and get into this. But hey, I just want to say wherever you're at right now in your journey, and I know we're all in different places in our journey right now. You know, I want to say wherever you're at, you're in the right place, right? I know sometimes it seems like you may can't get things together. Maybe you're trying to get more followers, more views. Maybe you're not being consistent enough. That's one of my problems. I can raise my hand on that, not being consistent enough. But wherever you're at right now, hey, listen, somebody help you to get there where you're at right now, and just appreciate where you're at right now, and don't worry about trying to be the greatest, because some things we got to work for it. We got to work up to it. So don't worry about just trying to I would say don't try to worry about being competitive, because everybody, we're all in different places, right? But just appreciate where you're at. Like I said, I know there's somebody that probably helped you get to where you're at. So just appreciate where you're at and keep growing, keep working, and we'll all get better together. All right. So before I bring my guest on, I have this little short story I want to share with you all. So, I of course, and some of you that know, I've done video editing, and I've done, of course, doing podcasts, all those type of things. But I didn't always know how to do these things, right? So for me, my journey kind of started. It actually started. I started. I was recording and putting together our broadcast for my father's church, right? So we had a broadcast, and I would record the services and put the broadcast together, and take the CDs up to the up to the radio station. Actually, it started out with cassettes until they got a nice digital recording uh, machine. But I used to take the CDs up to the radio station after I put the broadcast together. And so after doing that for some time, I kind of liked doing it and I enjoyed like editing and putting the things together. And then I came up with the idea. I said, hey, you know what? I think I want to maybe do this for events where I will record the events, put it on CD for somebody, and and share it with them, and or have them purchase that event. And so I presented this idea to a couple of people, and they told me, they said, well, you said, it's a good idea, but yes, yes, you see cassettes. That's right. What are cassettes? But but I they said, no, that's not. They said people don't want to hear their events. They want to see their events. So you might want to record those events. And so I was like, okay, you know what? That's a great idea. And so that's what I started to do. Of course, this is over, man. This is back in, I think, 2010, I want to say, or maybe even before that. But I started recording it. And my first gig that I got, I started recording graduations at the daycare where my kids went. And they loved the video so much because I made the video like a story. They loved the video so much they brought me back every year to record their events. And the graduation was actually like a church service. Man, that daycare was awesome. Miss Brown, kudos to you, Miss Brown, and all that staff. But they would bring me back every year. And for me doing that, then one of the parents came along and said, hey, I'm going to be getting married. Do you think you can record my wedding? And so I was like, yeah, sure. And so from starting with graduations, that got me to actually starting a business recording weddings. And that's what I did. I did that for like over 10 years, recording weddings. And that's why I learned how to do like video editing and all that type of things. And that's why I really kind of got really good at it. But it all started with just recording a graduation. So I want to say that just to say that, hey, you just never know where your skill sets can take you, but you just gotta stick with it, right? So mine started out just with a graduation. I know that may seem small, or daycare graduation, but you know what? For those parents, that was something huge. And so, you know, like the scripture says, and Zechariah 4:10, don't despise small beginnings. You just never know where that will take you, right? So, with that being said, I just want to share that little story with you guys, and just try to encourage somebody to let you know that, hey, don't worry about where you're starting or where you're at right now. Sometimes it takes a little time to get up to where you're at, and I definitely haven't arrived, and I never will think that, but I'm still a work in progress. But I just want to share that story with you all right. So but on this episode, of course, we're going to be talking about the importance of a spouse's support, right? And so before I bring on my guest today, I want to just kind of give part of her details and of course who she is. Some of you know her, but she's a realtor, and she is the owner of Hill Realty Group. She's also the co-owner of Be Good Tees and Prints. For those of you who don't know, that's our faith-based online apparel store that we have. And so she's the co-owner of that, and she's also a mom of four, and she is my wife. And so, for the first time, I want to welcome Latasha Hill to 24-Hour Boss Creators Juice. Latasha Hill, welcome.
Hello, hello.
There she is for everyone to see. Latasha Hill. Hey, Tasha, how you doing?
Hello. I'm doing well.
Doing well. Y'all have no idea how hard it was to get her just to be on this screen. But she's here.
I'm here.
She's here. All right. I appreciate you being here, Tasha.
Yes, sir.
And look at all these comments coming in. Look at this. Fanny is just, yeah. Just Teach coming in with the claps and the celebrations.
All right. I'm here, everybody.
Jay saying she's so
Finally.
sweet. She's so sweet. So yes, I finally got her on I've been trying to get her on. Actually, I wanted to bring her on for just real estate, but we decided to bring her on today. So, welcome, Tasha,
Thank
to
you.
Creators Use today. And of course, we're talking about the importance of a spouse's support. And I think you definitely can add some value to this conversation, and you
Okay.
definitely can add some info to this. So, but for the people who may not know you, give us an interesting fact about yourself.
An interesting fact about me. Well, a lot of people don't know. Some may, but I lived in Canada in the summertime when I was younger. Um, my dad played professional football for the NFL and then later moved to I saw that just teach. Um, and my dad played professional football for the NFL and then later moved to the CFL, the Canadian Football League, where he played for about 14 years or so. And that is where I spent most of my summers. So we lived there during the summertime because my mom didn't want to take us out of school. So we lived there in the summer. We visited on the holidays. So that's an interesting fact.
That's an interesting fact. So, you had a professional football player. Your dad was a professional football player.
Yep, he started out with the Dallas Cowboys and Minnesota Vikings and moved to Canadian League,
Yeah.
Winnipeg and Hamilton. So that's where I spent some of my summers, cold summers in Canada.
Mm. Cold summers in Canada. Yeah, he was
Yes.
really good too. I remember watching one of those videos of him. He was really good. He played cornerback, and he was really good.
Yes.
All right. Well, yes, all of us can't say that we had a dad that played professional football. So that is definitely an interesting fact. Oh, hey there, Kathy's on. Hey, Kathy, how you doing? Glad you
That's
able to
my
join.
second mom, Kathy. Hey, Kathy.
Yes. Hey, Kathy, how you doing? All right. So, okay. So, Tasha, okay. So that's a great, interesting fact. So, of course, like I said, you're a realtor. You know real estate like the back of your hand. You've been in it a long time. So, tell us how you got in real estate.
I got into real estate when the mortgage company that I was working for, they closed their doors. That was during the around 2005, 2006, when seems like a lot of mortgage companies were closing their doors. So, um, without any employee knowledge, they just shut the doors. So when the doors closed in December 2005, I took real estate classes and got my real estate license in August of 2006. I told myself that I needed a side gig because working for mortgage companies, it's a roller coaster ride. And I've been in mortgage for about 27 years, working in processing, underwriting management, closing. I worked at title companies for several years. So I've been working with houses and properties for the majority of my adult life. So I just love it. But that's how I
You
got involved because I
got
couldn't
laid
count
off.
on the mortgage companies and I got laid off.
Yeah, got
Yeah.
laid off. Even you got laid off.
Even me, I got laid off too. They just shut the whole company doors.
Yeah,
Said
I
it's time
remember
to go.
that. I remember
Yep.
that we had to live through that one. That was a pretty tough one.
Yes, it was.
All right. Well, hey, so yeah, there y'all have it. She knows the real estate. She knows quite a bit of it. So she can definitely help anybody out who needs some real estate services. All right. Okay. So now I want to we're gonna jump into this the importance of a spouse's support. And so let me get
Okay.
the slides up. And I'm going to pose this question to our audience. And I know maybe some may not, maybe you're not married, but maybe that support can be a family member or a friend, or somebody really close to you that you can get that support from. So that's somebody that you could use. So let me get our slides up. That's the last one. All right. So here's the question, and maybe you all that are watching, you can chime in. What is one of the biggest benefits of having your spouse's support? So, um, those of you, like I said, that are watching, maybe you can put that answer in the chat. But what do you feel is one of the biggest benefits of having your spouse's support? So, Tasha, since you are here, what do you feel is one of the biggest benefits of having your spouse's support?
One of the biggest benefits of having my spouse's support is the communication that we have regarding our businesses. We always have something to talk about, whether it is how this will benefit the family, how it helps us in being transparent about our finances and budget. We figure out things together, what works, what does not work. Um, I think another big benefit for me is
What's that?
my spouse helps me with the technical things like the website, marketing, etc. Sometimes I save money on that because he can help me. Of course, I can pay him, but it's a
You pay
huge
me?
benefit. I, I I can pay him. Um, I can. This is a huge benefit because the money stays with the business, or if I need to pay anyone, I will certainly pay him. So that helps
Yes.
me out tremendously. All the
Yes.
Facebook stuff and marketing, he's learned all that. So I said, okay, we'll just put that in your hands.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Everything you said, communication. And I think that is, of course, I have some points that we'll talk about here, but I think that's probably one of the biggest communication. You want to share that info with your spouse. You don't want to keep that all to yourself. Whatever ideas, all those things, you want to share those things with your spouse. And like you said, maybe somebody has some skills that you don't have, which I think I have that as well on the slide. You can definitely use your insight skills to help your spouse out. Uh, who is this? Let me get to some of these comments here. Fanny Moore says it does help because you may need encouragement along the way. Well said,
So true.
Fanny. Justice says it adds time you spend with your spouse versus time away, so you don't have to rush efforts. Yes, sir. Well said. And Shay Coleman says, would, let me see. She says, I would be an anchor holding you don't even when you're not positive. I guess he's saying being an
Right.
anchor when you're not positive. Security,
Yep. That's true.
there's always looking out for you. Yes. I mean, we need that security blanket because sometimes we do fall. Sometimes, it's not easy. So that is all of those are great points that y'all are making. And like I said, I have just a few points here. I think it's like four. Um, but I think everybody's kind of already said this. Share goals and vision. Tasha, of course, you said that. Share goals and vision. Your spouse involved in your business will help you have a deeper understanding of your goals and visions. So yeah, don't keep that all to yourself. You know, don't keep those ideas to yourself. Share those things with the first, whatever idea it is. It's like, hey, I think I want to start a YouTube page. You should share that with your spouse, just so she'll know, and just so that maybe she can help out in some type of way, or he can help out. But be open with your ideas and thoughts. Don't be ashamed to share what you perceive as mistakes or even failures. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes we don't get it right. And who was that? I say it all the time. Lindsay Boyd, the lady from the UK that I interviewed, she say I failed. We all failed. I failed several times, and so it's just the nature of life, and those things happen. But you should share your goals and vision with your spouse, because that is a good way to communicate, and as others have said, it's a good way to connect with all of those things. So share the goals and the vision. All right, my next point. Let me see here. Kathy says sharing with someone who has your best interests and
That's
encouragement.
true.
Yes, that is so true. Your best interests, you should share. And like I said, and even like I said, even if it's not a spouse, it should be somebody that you trust, somebody that, not a backstabber, because that's not somebody you can trust, but somebody that that you can trust. But yes, good points. All right. So I think you said this, Tasha, complementary skills. So your spouse could possess skills that complements yours. So like you said, maybe your spouse is good with marketing. Maybe your spouse is tech savvy. Maybe your spouse can call some customers, or they have good verbal and communication skills. I know Tasha, for myself, she has great communication skills. So many times I have her contact some of our customers that reach out, and so she's able to type up emails and all those type of things, or even text them, or even call them. So your spouse's skills could complement yours, or in some way can help the business, right? So that is another good point to, or important key factor of having your spouse. Why it's important to for your spouse to be involved in your business. And so at the end of the day, good teamwork will help the business look good. So regardless to even if your spouse is working behind the scenes, maybe she doesn't want to come out because I know my spouse. You're an extrovert, right? Right, Tasha?
No,
So
introvert.
yes, so yes. I mean, for all of us, like many of us, we're introverts, right, by heart, by nature, and a lot of times, sometimes we don't want to be out there. So your spouse, even if they're working behind the scenes, when the business look good, you all look good. So however your spouse can help you out, it can go a long way, and it can help you out because business is it's not a sprint, it's a journey, and so
Right.
it's not easy. And even talking with Just Teach, and for him, I know he has a YouTube page, but it's turns into a business, right? Because you have to maintain that, and it's not easy, to do that, to maintain a YouTube page or even a social media page, because you got to stay consistent with it. Some nights are long, some nights, you're staying up. Even with business, you're staying up, trying to make sure things get done, and not to mention that you got a wife, you got kids, you got bills to pay, kids got homework to do. So all of these things combine or come together to to make life sometimes challenging. So that's where your spouse can definitely help you out. So if your spouse has some kind of skills, help get your spouse to definitely help you out uh, with the business. All right. Oops, I passed that. So the next point is your spouse can be a accountability partner, right? Hold you accountable to those goals for the business, right? Maybe you have a goal to be, maybe in 6 months you say, hey, I want to be here in 6 months. Well, your spouse can be that person to hold you to it, or to put the calendar together to see where y'all are at as a business or as a creator, as a, even if it's like I said, a YouTube page, all of those type of things. So your spouse can be that accountability partner to help you do that. I even have on here your spouse can help you from burning out and experiencing work overload. Sometimes your spouse can be that person to say, "Hey, I think you need to pull away. You're doing too much, or
Hmm.
you need to get some rest." So I
Right.
know my wife has has texted me or called me plenty of times. Sometimes I'm in my office and she's like, "How long are you gonna be?" So sometimes that spouse can be that person to hold you accountable, to even making sure you be accountable to yourself and be healthy. So that's another reason or important key factor for your spouse to be involved uh, with your business. So let me get to some of these comments here. Kathy says sharing with someone. Oh, we already did that one. Hang on, there were some other ones down here. This is true. It doesn't hurt to collaborate with others. Just know that they want to see you win. That is so true. Your
That
spouse,
is
I
true.
think, your spouse wants to see you win. She don't want to see you lose. Your spouse wants to see you win, and that's what it's all about. And even if, like I said, even if sometimes we fail, sometimes we don't get it right, sometimes we make mistakes. At the end of the day, I believe your spouse has your best interest in mind. I think Kathy said that. That's what a spouse does. They have your best interest in mind, and they want to see you win. All right. So one of my last points, or this is actually the last point, work-life balance and emotional support. So as I stated, running a business, it can consume or take quite a bit of energy and time. It is challenging. Before sometimes before you even see a profit, you were working maybe a year or even 2 years. It just depends on your business structure or whatever you're doing. Um, it's not a sprint. It's a journey, and sometimes you need that work life balance, and that's where a spouse can help you out. Like I said, if your spouse, if they know how to, if they know how to call customers, maybe your spouse can help you do that, so that you're not doing everything.
Everything.
Offload some of that work. Uh, a spouse can, like I said, they can help pick up the slack and lighten the workload. As a spouse, you should be. I think Fanny just said that. You should be your spouse's biggest fan. You should check in on your spouse. See how they're doing, see how they're feeling, because every day we don't feel the same. Motivation and encouragement. during difficult times. I think Just Teach talked about that. But this is a way that you and your spouse also can connect intimately. So, it's definitely a way for y'all to be in contact with one another. But your spouse can be that person to help offload some of that work, and not only that, give you that emotional support that you need because, like I said, it's rough. Life gets rough. Family sometimes is hard raising families. Everything doesn't go well. Sometimes you're getting calls from the school about your kids, right, Tasha?
Right.
That was many years ago, but sometimes you get calls about the kids and that stresses you out.
Yes.
Of course, you don't even want to talk about nothing or business or anything like that. But these things happen, right? So a spouse can definitely be that person to help balance the load and give you that emotional support that you need. And that's just one of the, and that's definitely a key benefit of having your spouse's support, that they can give you that emotional support. And it's important. It really is.
True.
Let's see. Fanny says you don't want the business to overshadow the spouse. Take a break. Yes, take a break, and that is so important. Taking breaks is really important. I was telling
Yes.
Tasha before we came out. I was listening to someone and they were saying that you should set time on your calendar to where you just got space where it's breaks or where it's just time away, where you just maybe working on yourself, or maybe it's reading time, maybe it's relaxation time. But during that
Hmm.
time, you're not scheduling no appointments, you're not uploading no videos, you're not creating no content. But that's just time for you to, as stated,
Take a
take a
break.
break. Take a break. And breaks are so important. Vacations are so important. Hey, maybe you can schedule time to take a vacation. That's always good.
Yep.
But those are my key points. Of course, I know I didn't even touch the surface of so many more things that could be added to this conversation. But Tasha, did you want to add any other thoughts to that work-life balance and emotional support?
I would say another benefit
Mm-hmm.
is that I like having my spouse's support is when he drives me around to the different properties. I like having that
Really?
driver.
Like
So
having that driver, that
I
Uber
love
driver.
having
So you
that
have a
driver that
personal Uber
I
driver.
have a personal Uber driver that drives me to properties when I show houses. So that's a big support to me. I do want to say that when you say about the emotional support, I
Mm-hmm.
know sometimes it can be a time where, like for instance, if you're not making the sales or if something, is not going good with business, I know that we sometimes have to just kind of stop what we're doing, um, read and pray and just ask the Lord for guidance. So I'm glad that I have someone that I can talk to about that.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we read our scriptures. If you're down, I'll send you a scripture or something. If I'm
Yes.
down,
Oh
you
yeah.
send me encouraging words and scripture. So I think that's a big benefit as well.
Yes, that is. And yeah, we do that quite often. Or sometimes you'll send me a random scripture during the day and it's like right on time. And you need that, And we pray together. We pray we pray about our businesses together. And so that is definitely most support that we definitely need from each other. And I'm just talking about us, of course, but I would say one of the man, the thought just ran through my mind. But one of the key benefits that I get, or one of the things that I like from my spouse, Tasha, of course, like I can trust her with anything, and I think that is something that is comforting to know that I think it, like it was said, she has my best interest in mind, and I can trust her with my social security number, with my bank account, all of those things, and I can go to sleep at night. That's something good because everybody doesn't have that, but I'm thankful and grateful that I have a spouse that I can trust, somebody that I can lean on, somebody that has my best interest, somebody that has my back. When I am down, when I do need that emotional support, she is there. So I'm grateful for her, and she does a great job at what she does, and I try to help and support her in any way I can. Yes, I'm her driver, and I go with her.
Great driver.
Oh yeah, I go with her because I don't want her to, a lot of times to be by herself. Because in real estate, it could, if she's by herself, of course, that could be kind of scary at times. But yeah, we just try to support each other. But definitely, the spouse can definitely help out in many ways. And so, you just have to find a way for you to help where you can benefit and help your spouse. Like I said, maybe you're the tech person, maybe you're the marketing person, maybe you're the accounting person, wherever it is you fit, or even just being that emotional support, that shoulder that your spouse can lean on. If that's where your key benefit is, by all means do it, because it definitely helps. And at the end of the day, you both gonna shine, and the business is gonna shine at the end of the day. So those are my key points, and I want to say thank Tasha for joining me on this, and we'll definitely have to have you back to talk about some real estate and some other things um, as well. And so I want to
Be good teams.
yeah, that's right. Oh, yes, I want to add that in there. That's right. So Tasha also helps out with Be Good Teas, right? Be Good Teas. She helps out with that, and actually, so we started. Well, I came up with the idea, of course, and of course, I did share it with her, and of course, she was, thought it was a great idea. And we started out with Be Good Teas. Of course, it's a faith-based, Christian-based business. Just and I started it because I wanted to find a way to uh, promote God, because of course, in this day and time, it seems like they're trying to take God out of everything. So I just, I thought that, hey, what it would be a good idea to promote God. And so that's what I wanted to do. And I wanted to do it through, t-shirts and prints and all those type of things. And so that's what I did. That's what I started. And Tasha, and that's, Tasha, of course, she came up with an idea to add skirts to our products. And of course, I thought that was a good idea, but I guess I will lend the floor to her to kind of share how that came about. Because like I said, we were just selling shirts and uh, t-shirts and prints, but she thought that, hey, what about we sell skirts? So Tasha, how did that come about?
I had an idea of adding skirts to our Be Good Tees and Prints website because I was looking for a skirt that I could wear when walking and exercising. There were some ladies selling sports skirts at our church a while back, around, I believe it might have been around 2019, 2020. Could have been a little earlier than that. And when they were no longer selling them, I said I need to go out on a search and find mission. So I did some research and I located this site called Mod, and they had everything that I desired in this skirt. There were tights underneath, the button in the middle for swimming or riding a bike. Great material that does not shrink when washed, long enough to cover our knees, and because one of the most important feature is that it's modest. Um,
Mhm.
when I saw this skirt, I said to Brian, I think some ladies at the church would possibly could possibly like these skirts, and I asked if we could add them to our faith-based site. So we reached out to Mod about wholesaling their skirts, and in September 2021, we started adding them to our site, and that is how the idea of adding skirts to our site came about.
Yes. And so, with that being said, like I said before, I of course I'm not a woman, but she came up with that idea, and that's where it's good to not only present your ideas to your spouse, but also maybe allow your spouse to present ideas to you, because maybe they got some good ideas. And of course, that was a great idea, and it's been good for the business that we were able to do that. And of course, she not only uh, found a great skirt, but able to allow other women, other sisters to get them as well. So thank you, Tasha, for adding adding that to Be Good Teas. I appreciate that. Hey there, Women Who Rise. How you doing there? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. And so Shay says, I love those skirts. Great idea. Yeah, it was a great idea. Like I said, I would have never thought about it. But it was something that we were able to do. And so we added it to our product line. And so that's how a spouse can benefit, and how they can help your business. So I want to thank you, Tasha, for being here
You're
today.
welcome. It was a challenge, but I did
I
it.
know it was a challenge. I know, but look, I got you on here. You're on here live. You're gonna be here for all the people to see. But no, I want to say I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your support always. It is such a true joy to have you as a spouse, to have you as my better half. I appreciate it. But
You too.
thank you so much for being here. And ladies and gentlemen, the great Latasha Hill. Thank y'all. Look at all these great comments coming in. Women Who Rise said, "You both are awesome. You awesome too, Women Who Rise." Kathy says, "You two are what I consider a power couple." Wow. Okay. I'm so proud of you and you all you're doing. May God continue to bless you. Thank you so much, Kathy. We appreciate you too. Fanny, I just love y'all. I love you too. Fanny, just teach. Hey, we brothers, sir. We brothers. Love you too, sir. Michael Flemings, appreciate you. All right. I want to say I thank all of y'all for joining us and joining Tasha being here today. It was a challenge to get her on here. Trust me, it was a challenge, but she made it. She did it here. And so I want to thank her. And we're gonna get ready to wrap this up. But I want to share some AI things with you all, some AI apps that maybe you should consider using. Maybe you want to use it, but I know two for sure. Two for sure. They'll be good for you to use, especially if you're doing content, videos, uh, and things like that. So with that being said, Tasha, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. All right, we'll come back to her in a second. All right, so I want to share with you all some AI apps that you might want to consider using. Okay, so this first one second. So I don't know if you all have heard of Chat. You probably heard of it. Chat GPT. Oh wait, they asking about the iPhone and the Android. They asking about the iPhone and the Android. I guess I gotta bring her on. Okay, give me just a second. Let me bring her back on. Okay. See, the only reason I want to share that the only reason I didn't do the iPhone and Android with her because this wasn't really her official interview. She just kind of joining me on this one. I'm gonna have an official interview and get her the surprise questions. But
I'll
Tasha,
answer.
yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. So, and this will be the only question. Of course, I know the answer to it, but Tasha, for the record, state for the people: Team iPhone or Team Android?
Team
Mm-hmm.
iPhone. And
Yes.
I
Go ahead.
wish that
Add your
you would get
thoughts.
on the bandwagon because you constantly turn the chats green, the family chats green. So I would really love for you to get an iPhone. I don't know how that's going to be like pulling teeth, but we can't
Mm,
do a lot with this green that you put in it, make us be. You turn us green. But yes, team iPhone all the way for me. I love it.
mm. Team iPhone all the way. So yes, I definitely get I get ridiculed because I'm the only one in the house that has a Samsung. So I'm on enemy
Yes.
territories. Y'all pray my strength.
Yes.
And because I get persecuted a lot because I have a Samsung.
He does.
Just teach it. I knew you were anointed.
Yes, just teach. Yes, sir.
Oh boy. Just he said, "No, you were not." Okay, we got to talk about that one afterwards, sir. All right. Was it fantasy is Android? Was it somebody? LP says, "Enjoy the podcast. God bless you." And Sister Hill watching from Maryland. Hey, thank you so much for watching from Maryland. Appreciate you, LP. Shay Coleman says no. I'm sure she's saying no to the iPhone. That's my thoughts. She's saying no to the iPhone.
All right, Shay.
Oh, Lashonda Houston said no, Tasha. Thank you for joining, Lashonda. That's your good
My friend
friend.
Shonda.
Uh,
I still love you, Shonda.
yeah, yeah. We love Shonda. We love Shonda. Thank you, Shonda, for chiming in because I'm by myself. Green bubble, stay separated. Mm. Sound like he used to say Samsung all the way. Michael Phillips says he loves it. All right, so thank y'all for chiming in. Appreciate it. Listen, yeah, so there y'all have it. Tasha is team iPhone all the way. Actually, my whole family,
I
all my
am.
kids, all of them, they all iPhone all the way. I do have a Mac. I have an iPad. Here it is right here. I got an iPad mini. I have Mac
Mhm.
products. I just don't have the phone, right? So I got Apple products. I do. I love Apple products. They make some great products. I just don't have the phone. That's all. But hey, Tasha, thank you so much for letting them hear your team iPhone, Team Samsung. All right. So I
Thanks.
want to, yes, thank you. I want to share with y'all some AI apps that you may want to use. Okay, so this first one is, let me get this up. All right. Okay. So that's a picture of me, as you can see on the screen. And I created this in Canva. All right. So I created this in Canva. But I want to show you this, and it's kind of robotic, but I just want to show you something you can do. Now, a lot of times you may see this when you go to people's websites. They'll have this AI driven person or virtual assistant person on the screen, and they'll greet you and all that. So this is something that Canva has just introduced. It's called I think it's called DIID presenter. And so this is me as a as a virtual assistant, I guess you could say, or AI. And I'm gonna play it for you to hear. Of course, if you could hear that, it sounds very, very robotic. Of course, the mouth movements look very robotic, and it looks like it gave me more after five shadow on the face. But that is something that Canva has introduced, and that's something that you can play around with. All right. Okay, so this next one I want to share is Chat GPT, and Chat GPT. It is a AI model that uses deep learning to generate human like text based on prompts from users like you. And let me get this on the screen. Where is it at? Oh, here it is. Okay, so with Chat GPT, and I want to encourage you all. You can create an account. It's free. They do have a paid version, but this is free. You can do plenty with this. So with Chat GPT, so go to this site, chat.openai.com. You'll have to add your email, but you can ask this thing anything, and it's gonna come up. It's like Google, kind of like Google on steroids, right? I guess the best way to kind of explain it is kind of like gosh, what's the name of the virtual assistant in the Apple phone? I can't think of her name. She has a name, but it's kind of like that, but this will give you a verbal response. So so you can ask this anything, right? So I'm gonna ask uh let's see, how can I improve my free throw shooting? Those who don't know, that's basketball. Siri. Okay, yeah, Siri. Siri. Thank y'all. Siri. Siri. So it's like Siri, where you can ask Siri any question and Siri will come back with an answer. So this is the same way you can ask it jokes, you can ask it questions, any of that, right? So I'm asking how can I improve my free throw shooting? And I'm just gonna hit enter, and here it goes. It's coming back with an answer. Just like that. It's generating this answer. Like I said, you can ask this anything, and it's gonna come back with an answer. Actually, I heard or I read an article where they use this chat GPT. It passed, I don't know what state, but it passed the bar exam. So this thing has a database of so much information. It's scary. It really is. It's scary. But you may say, well, how can I use this? Right? How can I use this? Yes, just teach. He says, what virtual assistant does Samsung have? I think it's Hey Google. I think you just say Hey Google. You ask a question and it comes back. Um, but with this Chat GPT, you may say, well, how can I use this? So you can use this for anything, whatever you are doing, right? You can use it for anything. And just like I ask it, how can I improve my free throw shooting? So let's say I was a basketball coach. If I'm a basketball coach and I got students that I teach, right? I could take this information that I just received and I could, let's say I had a YouTube channel, I could take this information and kind of summarize it and use it to, put it in a post. I could put it in a video. I could do it, however I want to do it to create content from. So you can use this chat GPT to help you to create some content of whatever your genre is, whatever your genre is, you can use it to create information. Now you want to probably verify the information because sometimes maybe some of the information might not be totally accurate, but for the most part, most of it is accurate. But you can use this to create content, and whatever it is that you do, that's what you can use this for. Whether you are a marketer, like I said, whether you're a podcaster, whether you're a content creator, whether you just have a YouTube page, maybe you want to know how can I get more views, you can type the question uh, in there. I think they also have a Bible. They have a Bible chat GPT as well, and like the same, you can ask it biblical questions. But with this, I mean, you can. It's crazy and it's scary, but it comes back with so much information, and you can use it to you can use this to if you're a coder, write code, and it'll tell you how to write code. I mean, it's scary, it's crazy, but I want to encourage you for those that are interested, go to chat.openai.com, create an account, and give it a test spin and check it out. And you'll see that it's pretty amazing, but at the same time, it's pretty scary. All right, I have one more that I want to share with you, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Let's see, what is India Dawson? Thank you for joining. She says Canva has a similar feature called Magic Write, and so does Google. It's called Google Bard. Okay, I didn't know that. Let's see. Michael Flemings as how do I use Premiere on YouTube channel? Are you talking about Premiere, Adobe Premiere, the video editing program? Because you would use Premiere to edit your videos. After you edit your videos, you'll upload them to you would upload your videos to YouTube after they're edited and after you have put them together. So we can chat about that offline if that's what you're talking about. But that's what you would do. You would use that to Premiere to edit your videos. Canva has Magic Writer. Okay, Magic Writer. Okay, that's Canva's like Chat GPT. Okay, and actually, there's a lot of apps that are starting to use AI and chat style app Chat GPT. Like I said, Canva is using it. And maybe even I know just see I know Charlton, you use what is it, StreamYard. So you may see that StreamYard is starting to use like AI generated stuff too, because I can see it being used in a lot of different applications where they're trying to get AI implemented in their app. So yeah, it's everywhere. So my encouragement to you is learn how to use it, or learn how, or use it to where it can benefit you in what you do. Figure out how you can use it to benefit you in what you do, and how it can help make your work help you work more efficiently. So, and that's kind of what you can do with this. So, and that's a good way to use it, just to help you work more efficiently. So that's Chat GPT. Okay, so the last one I want to share with you is it's video AI, and this one is pretty great. This is pretty great, especially if you live stream or if you have video content. This one is pretty great. And this video AI, you can create a free account, and I have this pulled up, but I want to show you what you can do with it. So um, what you'll do is you'll upload video to this, and on the free account they let you upload like 75 minutes. So I would probably encourage you to maybe upload not the full 75 minutes, because it doesn't start over until the next month if you're using the free version. So, but with this, if you have video content, so what you'll do is you'll take your video content, you'll upload it here to Video AI, and it's going to take your long form content and it will create shorts for you. And as you can see here on the screen, this is actually a video that I uploaded from the first creators episode that I did. I uploaded it here, and look at this. It created 26 shorts for me to upload or to use. Now, look at this. Not only does it create shorts, but it also creates titles, and also, you know how we want captions on our or captions in our shorts. It also creates captions in the shorts for you. And I think there's apps out there that you can use this for. I can't think of the name. There's one that Octavia Bradley told me about that she uses. Can't think of the name of it, but you can. It's kind of the same as, I think it's CapCut. I think it's what it's called. CapCut. I think it's what it's called. But with this, you upload your long form video, and it'll create automatically shorts for you to repurpose all your content. So that's a good way for you to work efficiently, right? Because it's time consuming editing videos, edit them down to shorts, because shorts are just 60 seconds, So, but it'll automatically do it for you, and it'll automatically create. And I tested it out, and it created some at some good key points for the video. And like I said, it'll add caption for it, and you can edit the captions and change it around and all of that. So Video AI is what this is called. Check it out. Create you a free account. Like I said, the free account, I think you can only upload 75 minutes. But I would say if you're going to do the free account, just upload maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and let it create shorts for you, and you're done. So that is a great app to use. Like I say, especially if you're doing video content, live, all that. It's a good way for you to repurpose like your video content, where you can make shorts of it, which is cool, especially like for YouTube. If you got a YouTube channel, you can take your long form content and reduce it down to shorts, which can help you get more views. So, and this right here, like I said, it'll do it for you. But that's a Video AI. And so, hey, that is what I wanted to share with you all. Those two apps, and of course, there are other apps out there, but AI, I think, is here to stay. There are no rules and regulations on it so far. But I would say learn how to use it, learn how it can help you to work more efficiently, more better in whatever you're doing out there, whatever content you're creating. So I want to thank all of you who have joined me on this. And I appreciate you all adding your thoughts, adding your input, your comments. Again, if you are not a follower of 24 Hour Boss, please like the page, share this video. Also, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Appreciate it. That'll help others discover our page or our channel. So I want to thank you all again for tuning in. I want to thank my wife as well for joining me on this. And hey, whatever you're doing out there, continue to do what you do. Create some amazing content, and we'll see you guys in the next video.